أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته مع الإيمان. Today we are in مدرسة مركز العلم والإيمان and we have students in here about the problem we have got, the issue we have got. The big problem we have got, we made the Quran only just memorization and reading, nothing else. That's the problem. The other issue is also we don't realize we have got problem. So that was the topic we have to talk today, inshallah ta'ala, because that topic is worried. I'm so worried about that. Because since 2008 I'm teaching in this madrasa. This was a long time ago. And still we are same or we are worse than before. So as I can see, we are worse than before. Before it was a little bit better, but now I can see it's more worse. Why? Because subhanallah, we become very lazy about reading Quran, and we was doing only memorization and reading. Now it's become less than before. So Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been giving us. لقد أنزلنا إليكم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لقد أنزلنا إليكم كتابا فيه ذكركم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we have been sent you a book that is talking about you. أفلا تعقلون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أفلا تعقلون. You don't have got عقل مني. You don't have got mind. You don't think about this Quran. لقد أنزلنا إليكم. إليكم, what is us? كتابا فيه ذكركم, talking about you. أفلا تعقلون. You don't realize? You don't have God mind? Where's your mind? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't send us Quran only just memorization and reading Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and making competition. No, it's more than that. So how can, the first question, do we realize? That's the first question.
Well, subhanallah, some of the parents, they just put their children at school and then they just wanted how many pages they learned. They don't be worried about if they act in the Quran, if they understand what is written. They just saying, okay, how many pages my son learned today, this week, this month, and then they just making it for show off sometimes for the community. Oh, my son is learning, my son is in the middle of the Quran, my son is finished the Quran. So this intention, I don't think so. For sure is not good, because when we learn the Quran, we have to make our intention that oh Allah, I will put my child in the school, and for the sake of you, he will learn the Quran, and I want my child to understand what he is reading, because even the child feels that is not fair. Why are you putting me here and you're making me memorize the Quran? And I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what Allah wants me to do.
Yeah.
That's why when they finish the Quran, okay, that's done. I did it for my parents. They put me there. So there is no yaqeen. There is no building the faith in the correct way. So just, okay, our children Muslim, they memorize the Quran, but what is the Quran? Are they acting it? Are they applying what they read? Are they understood at first? And that's what we face as the teachers and these generations. And the problem is the children copy the parents, and the parents want their children to finish the Quran. This is another problem.
Yeah.
But they don't help them. I don't have time. I have a job. The excuses they gave us, which is shocked us. And then when the child watching the parents, they don't pray, for example, or they don't read the Quran, they feel as well is unfair. And then when they grow up,
You're gonna do like them.
They're gonna do like
Yeah,
them.
they're
They're
gonna
gonna
be
say, I will not be in the Duxi, I will not gonna study,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go to Quran school. And then when they realize and life, they grow up and their mentality changed, they will, and we have this problem as well. They come to us back and then they say, we said, how you been in life? They said, we regret it that we didn't study, but now we're gonna put our children. Okay, that's a good step. They put their children, they copy their parents. They just put them, they don't help them. Some of them, I'm not gonna say all of them, some of them, they just try to change themselves and to don't blame themselves. And then they try to sit with the child and practice and explain, improve their knowledge, help them at home with translation, tafsir, a lot of things. But the majority, they don't. They just copy their parents. Okay, my parents put me in a school. I've learned as much as I can. Now I'm gonna put my kids. I'm gonna be busy. Same thing. I have a job. I have
Similar. It's coming around,
and that's
to you.
what we said.
Yeah,
What
it's coming
you
around.
said. They don't realize.
Years and years, they don't realize,
They
what
don't
we are.
realize that it's generation
Generation
after
after
generation,
generation,
is
same,
repeating the same
yeah.
things.
Yeah,
Subhanallah.
and the other big issue is the problem is the man. The man, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, he's the qawwam. He's the qawwam.
That's right.
The other issue we have got it is the man, he's the qawwam. الرجال قوامون على النساء. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in his Quran, Surah An-Nisa, which means the man, he have to stand up and working with the Quran, working all around us, protecting us, teaching us, doing a lot of things about us. The man. And when I the most of the students and dad, some of the mom, they are single mother. There's no dad the dad has been run away.
Support, yeah.
Yeah, only the mom there. And who have got mom and dad, we can't see the man. They didn't come. Most of the students in here in Markaz al-Ilm wal-Iman, they don't know who's teaching their children. The man.
Yeah, because they rely
Yeah.
on the mother.
Yeah, they're putting the mother. No,
Yeah.
they have got the responsibility. They have to talk to us. They have to say, how is going my children? How is going my daughter? How is going my son? What he's doing? I can't see since 2008. I try to collect the parents, the dad parents. Most of them, they run away from me. Most of them, they don't want to contact with me. Most of them, they don't want to sit with me to talk about it, to talk about Quran, to talk about what their children doing. They say, no, talk to mom.
Yeah, they may help them in
They're putting the responsibility. They're putting the responsibility, mom.
Yeah.
They're saying, mom, talk to the mom. So I in my opinion, that I'm saying the problem is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been giving the man the qawwama. The qawwam, they have to come to the madrasa. They have to talk to us. Talk to the teachers in here and come monthly, weekly. They have to know what's going on. They have to help us to create good community. So otherwise, if we work like an animal, eating and doing the work, yeah, just working for how to eat, how to pay rent, how to pay the bills. We didn't come in this world only these things. We come more than that. So subhanallah, in very polite way, I want to say, all the men listening to me now, they have to change. They have to take the responsibility. Their wives, their children, They have to take all responsibility. The madrasa, the school, the bills, the rent, everything. They have to solve all those things. If we don't, if we, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving them. That's why we have got problem. Because man, he can do a lot of things. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving them the power. Yeah. هم الخلفاء في الأرض.
Yeah, that's true.
And they have to protect us.
At least to help, because
Yeah.
they may help
Yeah.
the parents, the husbands. They help the wives for the kids. They do, for example, they can take them to tuitions or help them in English homework for their school, and they rely on the Quran for the mother.
Yeah. But the
They
first.
can help as much as they can. It's okay sharing responsibility, but what we try to get to the point that communication. If they communicate with us and then say, my child has this problem, this. I try to help my child in this point. He struggled with this one. I couldn't understand my child. My child doesn't listen to me. A lot of issues they have. But we always hear from the mother, and the mother cannot hold the responsibility herself.
Yeah. That's.
Sometimes if the child doesn't respond to her or try not to listen to her, the father has to retake
Yeah.
the responsibility and try to support,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to solve this
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak to the child.
Yeah.
Some parents, they do. We cannot say all of them.
No, not all of them. No, but most of
But
them.
we have to realize,
It's-
sometimes we don't realize, as you said, we don't realize that we have that problem as a parent. So we have to realize, and this is what we're doing now. It's like وذكر فإن الذكرى تنفع المؤمنين.
Yes, because I can't say we have got that problem. Almost the parents, but most of them.
Yeah.
If I said 99%, only 1% contact us, and I will thankful for the parents contacting me and asking me their children. But it's 1%. It's 1%. That's the issue. That's why I'm talking. 1%. It's not enough. We're going to lose our community if we continue like that. If we continue like that, we're going to lose a lot of our children, especially in this moment, especially in this situation we are in, especially we are in the Western countries. Yeah. Subhanallah. And the other things I have got it. The issue I have got it is no parents coming to me and saying, you teach my children the Quran. Do you teach the children what is the Quran? What's meaning of the Quran?
Alhamdulillah, we have in our school, we have the tafsir.
We have got it, but they don't ask specific.
Okay.
When they're asking you, they're saying, how many did she memorize? Did her
They
memorize?
focus in that.
They're focusing the memorization. They don't focus in how they understand the Quran. How they understand the Quran. That's the other subhanallah problem we have got. So we can change. We can come together and solve that problem, and also to make a point and to be clear about the Quran. Quran doesn't send Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only to memorize and to have competition. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said it's not in your hand for hidayah. In Allah yahdi man yasha. But to understand is first one. Don't say because there's some students, their moms, long time ago, she told me one of the youngest girls, she says, our teacher in this madrasa, they didn't teach us the meaning of the Quran, and they are they are mujrimeen, they are guilty, they are not good teachers because they didn't teach us what's the Quran. They didn't teach us the meaning of the Quran. Now I learned the meaning of the Quran. I changed myself. She complaining about the madrasa. That young girl, her mom, she told me, She complaining the teacher of the madrasa. So the hidayah, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide you to the street, but it's not in your hand. Like, but we have got, وَإِنَّكَ لَتَهْدِي إِلَى الصِّرَاطِ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ. We can guide them, we can show them. This is the way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told you that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told you that. We can say that. But hidayah is not in your hand. Yeah. أَلَمْ يَأْتِكُمْ نَذِيرٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you, أَلَمْ يَأْتِكُمْ نَذِيرٌ. There's not coming to you who told you there's... because we are in this world examining. We are in exam. If you put, how you look like when you're in the exam? How you look like in Bakar? How you look like when you are in the exam? How you look like? Your attention, all your attention, you focus, you know, the paper, is it? The exam.
For the most part.
Yeah, when you are in the exam, like GCC
Yeah.
and L levels and university, when you are there in your exam, you are focusing.
On the desk.
Yeah, we are like that in this world. We are now examining Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if you play like this all the time, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, gone, and you are in the exam. You are in the exam. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah. So we are in the exam now. We are in the examination now. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala examining us. So if you clear about that, you are not gonna say, oh, ma'alimaddi wahba imaydiin. You are not gonna say, you are not going to say this madrasa didn't told me anything. They just memorize, then go. Memorize, go. No.
Because some schools, they try to make the parents happy. Because that's what they're asking for.
To make parents happy. Because when the parents happy? When you memorize the Quran. And when you're reading, reciting the Quran in a good way, is it?
Yeah, well, alhamdulillah, the parents in our madrasa, they more understandable people. They accepted when we added the subject of tafsir and the other subjects of fiqh, seerah,
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, we change a lot of things.
Alhamdulillah, yeah. They better than the parents in other schools. And always we try to get them to understand more about how the system of the school, about the understanding. We just have once or 1 day a week, and it's not enough.
It's not enough.
And
It's
the
not
support
enough.
from whom it's more.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Yeah, and in conclusion, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّا نَحْنُ نَزَّلْنَا الذِّكْرَ
وَإِنَّا لَهُ
لَحَافِظُونَ. We have been sent to the Quran, and we will protect it till Al-Qiyamah Day. So no worries about
about the
how many pages I get, or it's not about the committee. It's about not about the quantity. It's about the committee. How I learned it, and it's not the Hafid who is finishing the Quran. The Hafid even 1 ayah. بلغوا عني ولو آية. 1 ayah will be enough if I understand it. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu stayed 10 years in Surah Al-Baqarah. Why? It's not about memory or if he's clever or not. He said he was scared. In each ayah he was reading, he was crying. Because he wants to apply this ayah in life. And the Prophet Muhammad was a Qur'an yamshi ala al-ard. It was like the Quran walking. You know, this is metaphor. It's like when we apply the Quran, you feel that person close to Allah, has light, has accepted. You feel a good energy around that person. You would like to stay with that person. You would like to communicate. And subhanallah al-azim, you see, it's like, you see that person is like Quran yamshi. He's honest. He's Muslim hayyinun layyin. Yeah, that person. You realize his, adjectives, what he is good in his manners, in his akhlaq, adab. So we feel it's like the Quran is working. He's like applying the Quran. His Quran. We cannot be like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but we try our best to follow his steps, to do what he did. And if we do that, we are not prophets, we're still human.
Yeah, of course we're making a lot of mistakes,
And
but
everybody's
we're trying
saying-
our best to do,
Yeah.
our community.
Yeah, so we try for Ummah. We will carry on as a teachers to
Yeah.
the Risalah because
Yes.
the teacher is like messenger, is
Like a
prophet.
messenger, yeah.
Because what they do,
Exactly.
they transfer the message that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send it to the prophets. So we will carry on inshallah. May Allah gives us strength.
Yeah.
And subhanallah, may Allah protect the Ummah
Yeah.
and our generation. And inshallah to the best, and inshallah we will see
Yeah.
a lot of
A
change.
lot of change. Inshallah.
And subhanallah, we are human. We could make mistakes, but we learn from our mistakes. As a parents, as a teachers, as schools, in a short way and in a wider way.
Yeah.
So we try.
Yeah,
our best.
Jazakallah khair. I remember something while you was talking, and just I'm going to ask the students their questions, which is, and who was the first to become a Muslim?
Was it Khadija?
Yes, Khadija. He's the first person has been become Muslim, which is his wife, Khadija bint Khuwaylid. And there's one of the companions of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They didn't think about it and about the Islam when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam introducing to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to become Muslim. There's one companion, he didn't think about it. He didn't say, I will think, I will check it, he straightway say Shahada. Do you know that companion, that's the Sahabi? Do you know that's a Sahabi? There's only one Sahabi, he didn't think about it. He just says straight away, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. The other companions, they thinking. They didn't take it straight away. But that companions of Muhammad sallallahu, one of the companions of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he took like this the Islam. He took it straight away when he said Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Do you know that one? Do you know that Sahaba, that Sahabi? It's Abu Bakr Siddiq. Abu Bakr Siddiq, he didn't think about it. He said straight away, he said, what he said, straight away he says, أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. لم يفكر Abu Bakr Siddiq. He didn't say, I'm going to think about it.
Yeah, and he was from the richest
Yeah.
people in the community in that time.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't be thinking, he's going to say, okay, I'm going to think about that and everything.
Yeah.
But he didn't feel that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
He just
And one of the he become Muslim, one of the disbeliever, he become Muslim recently, and when he become Muslim, he entered the mosque and he took the microphone from the sheikh and he recited the first Surah Al-Fatiha. It's not correct way. He was not reading correct way, but he learned recently the Surah Al-Fatiha, and he took the microphone and he recited the Surah Al-Fatiha. He says, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. And he says, why you took the microphone and read the Quran? Do you know what he said? Do you know that guy? He don't know nothing about it. He don't know a lot of things about the Islam. He become recently Muslim, and he just recite few ayahs of Surah Al-Fatiha, and he took the microphone and talked. He talked to the people. Says, do you know what he answered when they asked that community in the mosque? They said, why you did that? Do you know what the answer he said? Do you know what the answer he said, that guy? He said, I hear from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That ayah you said now, بلغوا عني ولو آية. بلغوا عني ولو آية. The companions of Muhammad, the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, بلغوا عني ولو آية. Give to the other, because Islam is not only for us. We have to tell the other. We have to tell the Islam. They have to hear the Quran. They have to listen to the Quran. So subhanallah, and he said, because of that hadith, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, بلغوا عني ولو آية. So that is our job. That is our duty. Our duty here to worship Allah. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. And to guide the other people, to tell them, not to hide and says, oh, God, this is God. No. We have to tell the other. If they reject. If they say, okay. It doesn't matter. It's not your job to be, okay. No. Just say it. Just say it. إنما عليك البلاغ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إنما عليك البلاغ. Yeah. Just tell them. But the guidance and hidayah is the hand of Allah. It's not hand about you. So you don't care about who getting hidayah, who not getting. Just say it. It's your duty, your job. Just say it. Tell the other. So, subhanallah, jazakumullahu khair. I'm very thankful for you for listening to us today. And inshallah ta'ala, we're going to continue to understand Quran more and to do our duty and our job in here, this world. Because we, as I told you, we are in exam. So we have to work very hard, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakumullahu khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.